What's going on, my peoples? What's going on? What's going on, my peoples? I know y'all probably seen the last live. I'm gonna be killing them. I'm gonna be doing a lot of lives so y'all can see my reaction and thoughts on things. I know videos on you videos. Before I get into the changing the kennel name, um, videos are running short right now. Right now, I've been taking care of the dogs and been busy. So videos won't start back up. And after I edit these two last videos, next month is coming up in a couple of days. We won't be posting. We'll be going live more. We'll be going live more. So with that being said, y'all gonna see a lot more live videos than actual videos that I'm editing and posting. So back on subject. So this is a bittersweet, sad situation for me where I am changing the kennel name. The kennel name has been out for a long time now. It been out since before I've been on YouTube. I've been calling myself PvP Founders Bullies for the longest. This is back. It's kind of sad to talk about. I have a time to spare a little bit to talk about it. It's back when I first started in dog breeding, and that was a couple of years ago, probably four. I want to say about 4 or 5, and it was basically Pitbull Palace Founders Bullies. I know the name sounds crazy. I made the name at a young age. I made it pretty young, and it was me and my cousin that died. I don't know if I ever talked to you about it, but we bred American Pit Bull Terriers back in the day. Him, and his buddy. Some had papers, some didn't. Some had ADBA papers, some didn't. It was a start, and he got me into it. You know what I'm saying? He got me into it, and the money was good, but it was never for the money. It was the love of the dogs. That's why I got into it. Even though he seen the money aspect of it, and we kept it going. So I told him I wanted to be official, and we bought our first. Well, he bought the first American Bully. Her name was Diamond. So I'm coming into this. I'm helping him. He bought the first one, and we started it up. So I was like, let's call it Pitbull Palace. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, well, what about the bullies? And I was just like, we could put Founders Bullies at the end. And what's going on, bro? What's going on? And he was like, let's call it Pitbull Palace Founders Bullies. I was like, yeah. So then as I got older and got into really start getting in the dog community, in the bully community, I should say, I just started saying PvP Founders Bullies, to shorten it down. But as I've been looking at everything, and the reason why I haven't changed it, because I thought about changing it several times, like trying to keep it in the mix. Palace, I like the Palace and everything. So I've been trying to figure out what to narrow it down. What to narrow it down to, and I figured it out. But it just brings back memories. That name brings back a lot of memories for me. It brings back memories when me and him used to do it, And like I said, we fell out because he seen money. He seen the money aspect of it, and I seen it for the love of the dogs. So, what's it called? So we was already on the urge. He was already on the urge of splitting up. I wanted to go official with. He never seen the big picture of creating the blood and creating a bloodline. and getting dogs with papers and trying to become official. He never seen that aspect of it. He always had the bigger head. You know what I'm saying? I was always the one who thought about things and tried to put things in order so we could get to the next level. And he didn't see that. He didn't see that at all. And that's when the time that I really wanted to become official, I bought Kira. When I bought Kira, when I was looking into inquiring about Kira, he died on me. You know, before he died on me, we had a big argument about becoming official, and it's either you. Was that your buddy? The male. The male. I don't know. It was a big tall dude. Big tall dude. His name was Sean. Actually, that was my cousin. That was my cousin, and he was probably you probably seen me, the short one, 5'11", and he was 6'4". He just seen the money aspect of it, and when we had, it was either with me. I sat down with him one day. It was a cookout. Family. I don't care. I wanted to see, was you with me or not, and my thing was, are you going to be with me when I start this official, or you going to leave? I said, I'm going to give you a couple of days, or you could pick right now. And me, I'm a nice person. So, I didn't want the conflict or nothing. I was like, yo, you could call me. You could call me, we could talk about it. It was always, he always dubbed the conversation off. And then when he got sick, everything happened in a week span when he died. And that conversation always came up before he died. Are we going to make this official? Are we going to take the brand, the name, and make it official and do the right thing? Because we're not going to get nowhere, and we're not going to be respected or get nowhere if we're just breeding the breed. And that was necessarily not me. I was just the helper. I was the brains behind helping. And and that's where I learned that time period. That's when I learned how to do AI and natural ties. Because at the time AI was there, that's when AI was coming in, when you could start doing AI and people were selling the equipment. So I learned, because the male he had was almost about 120, and the females that we was taking him to, they were small. They were small females, and every time when he'd try to mount, they'd collapse, they'd fall. So he was like, we gotta find another way. Me with the brains now, I'm watching everybody on YouTube do AIs and everything. I'm like, yo, bro, this gonna be a breeze. We could buy this stuff on Instagram. I mean, not on Instagram, Amazon, and we could get all this equipment. So the deal was, I do the AIs. I get a percentage out of it. Cool and all. We got played off. The first breeding I did for him, she didn't take. The second breeding I did for him, the female took, and it was to an outside person. And that person wound up playing both of us. And that's when I decided that this is not guaranteed, dealing with people unresponsible and just breeding dogs with no papers and breeding dogs, and they don't have no clue or idea what to do. So that's when I went ahead and I said, okay, I'm gonna buy Kira. I'm gonna go about this official. I'm going to do this official, and I want to become something. I dropped everything I did. I saved up my money, which I already had the money, and I went and bought Kira. I went and bought her, and it was hurt. It was hurt because I thought he was going to change. I thought he was going to change for the better, but I knew I should have knew he wasn't going to change. And he just died, and it sits on me. It kind of hurts because it's like, okay, even though he didn't change, my boy died, my cousin died. You know what I'm saying? and that was my that. Besides dogs, that was my right hand man. You know, I could call him and we could do something. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said the name. That's why I never changed the name. The name always had history. That was the history behind the name. And I think that like this, the name was always going to be changed. It was just me procrastinating and trying to, and I got used to people calling the name. So we gonna keep it the same, but we're gonna take the pit bull aspect out of it, and it's gonna be Palace Finest Bullies. Um, Palace Finest Bullies. That's the new name. Um, because like I said, my dogs they're not gonna be. When you get a dog from me or you come to my facility, I'm gonna have a big building, and that building is gonna be the Palace. And I gotta get the logos and everything, and find somebody that's gonna really put my vision together with the logos, and like I said, it's a process. I gotta change the YouTube around, the Instagram around, the Facebook around, passwords. So this is going to be about a 3-day process. So you're not going to see it right away happen. So like I was saying, it's a process that I got to take and not procrastinating. And my Wi-Fi is actually out at the house, so I'm actually at another place right now filming this live. So how can I put it now? We changed this. That name is gone, and I gotta move on from that name. I gotta move on from that because it makes no sense to have it if we don't deal with it, or we're more official now. This is the start. When I bought Kira, did the first breeding, this was the start. I'm putting everything in the past, and now this is the present. And I'm pretty sure a good buddy, actually, Lovecraft Bullies, he was here from the beginning, man. He was here from, if he's still in here, he was here from the beginning. He was here when I was posting dogs. You see what he said, the Brindle. He was there when the Brindle was there, the blue one, Diamond. He was there from when the channel first started. Actually, from the first channel. Because I don't know if you remember, but I had 2 YouTube channels. The one where it had the whole name, Pitbull Palace Finest Bullies, and then this one, PvP Finest Bullies. So he was there, you know what I'm saying? He was there from the beginning. And he could tell you, you know what I'm saying? We've been talking for a long time. There's a lot of people in this YouTube community or Instagram community or Facebook that I've been talking to for a long time, and they seen the growth that my kennel has become. You see what I'm saying? He already said it. He's still here, still here, and yeah, he remember. You know what I'm saying? He remember it from the very first start, and like I said, that's a good brother right there. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, I was trying to place him with one of my productions. Hopefully, from the next breeding, we could place you with something, man, and we could start you back up. But you have 2 breedings going down yourself. I can't wait to see that. I want to see what your boy could produce. But I want to place you with a female, man. And so you could have your own inside female that your stud can breed with. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like doing for my people. That's a real good buddy of mine. He's a real good friend. He been there from day one. So, like I said, from the last video, you've seen that. The last live, y'all seen that we're growing. That channel been up for the old channel been up for more than three years, something like that. And it didn't get that many views and subs that we got now. So we're going to put that in the past. You don't even know nothing about that channel. Well, the new people don't. But like I said, Lovecraft can tell you, And like I said, this is the new start. The name is changing. It's a 3-day. It's going to be like a 3-day process, and we could keep it going. You know what I'm saying? So, on the first productions paperwork, Betty White, Blue Girl. Try Girl went to a pet home, went to family actually. So went to family. My bad. The phone just froze up. So she went to family. So you won't see her paperwork up on Bullypedia. But in the mail that was here, the mail that went back to the stud's owner, all of them got PvP finest bullies on there, and Betty White do as well. So we're gonna leave it at that with her. We're gonna leave the first productions to find out if the breeding took with the black feet. Oh yeah. Actually, after I'm finished with this live or later on today, I'm actually gonna text you. I'm probably gonna text you on Messenger or Instagram. I don't know yet. Probably Messenger because we always talk on Messenger. But it's the first breedings. I got a little sidetracked. The first breeding of the kennel, I should say. The first productions on the ABKC paperwork, you would see PvP finest bullies on there. But the next breedings and so on, you'll see Palace finest bullies on there. Yeah, that's the name, Palace finest bullies. I'm confused because it was another name that I was picking through. I was narrowing it down to which name still stuck in with Palace. You know what I'm saying? And when you're doing this, when you're doing a process like that, you want to make sure that nobody has that kennel name. Nobody has that kennel name. Nobody's dealing with that kennel name. Nobody productions have that kennel name. So you gotta make sure. And right now, I put that stamp on, Palace finest bullies or PvP finest bullies for the longest. So I'm pretty sure I won't have that problem. It's gonna be a smooth transfer and everything. It's gonna be smooth. When we do get the clothing back up, because the person that we was doing the clothing with, it didn't work out. We had a couple of disagreements. So I gotta find a new person that's gonna do the clothing. When I get the clothing back up, like I said in the last live, it will be shirts and hoodies out, and it will be Kira hoodies and shirts out of Kira, and it will also be just kennel clothing now, where you just get a Palace finest bully clothing, or you might just get a regular shirt with the puppy on there, whatever. But when you do the next following breedings after the next breeding, so around Sugar, when Sugar starts her career, we will have, when you buy a puppy, you get a shirt. You know what I'm saying? Once I find the right person to get everything done, the logo and the whole 9 yards. But like I said, this is a good. I wonder if the comments play after I close the live. But like I said, Lovecraft, man, he's a good friend of mine. Good buddy too. And like if you see in the comments, he remembers everything. He remember everything from the start, the beginning. He was there. And it's a good thing to have people to watch your growth and that can back you up. You know what I'm saying? And I want to try. He has a breeding coming up pretty soon with his boy. Like I said, man, we got to get you with a female on your yard, man. We got to start you back up, man. I can't see you sitting on the sideline right now. Well, at least you do have 2 females that you're going to breed with, and hopefully she took, and I'm praying that she took, and we can see what Bear can do, man. We can see what he can do. And if y'all want to check him out, you can check him out on YouTube, Instagram. You can check him out on YouTube, Instagram at Lovecraft Bullies. Good solid dude, good brother. So check him out, and just stay tuned.